Hello, it's me again. I've just done my video, but I think I'm going to pop this little bit at the front because I've changed my mind. I'll just start again by saying hello, my name is Linda and this is my channel Linda T at Home, and I've just explained about some project that I'm doing in the hallway downstairs. Me and my current husband, are doing downstairs in the hallway, and I've filmed it before and I was going to put it on this video, but I think actually I won't. I think what I'll do is I'll put it on the next video when you can see, or the video when it's all finished and you can see the before and after on the same video. That probably makes more sense. But this video has me chatting to you first of all and a bit about my garden, and yeah, so I will see you in a minute. Bye. Hello there and welcome. My name is Linda and welcome to my channel Linda T at Home. It's really good to have your company today. Thank you if you are a regular and returner, and if you're a new person, lovely to have you along, and I hope you stay with me. I thought today I'd do a little bit of a sort of a mop-up video. There's a couple of things I've mentioned to you in the past when I've done a video, and I've never really gone back to them, and I don't know whether you're still interested, or whether I should just not worry about it, but I kind of think I perhaps should just touch on a couple of things. The first thing to do though, I was going to just show you this top I'm wearing, because you know I've got a quest for tops. I've been trying to find things that I can just pull out of the cupboard and put on and I don't have to iron. Well, this isn't really one of those, but I did buy this a few months ago. This is an Evans top from Yours, and I just thought I'd show it to you because I've never put it on until today, and it's this sort of pink and blue leopard print thing. So I should have thought about doing this before I stood up really, shouldn't I? There we go, let's just move this out of the way. Oh, I know, it's all good stuff here, isn't it? So yeah, it's this cute little top with the frill on the sleeve and a frill at the bottom, and it's nice and long. It does crease, but yeah, I just thought I'd show you because sometimes it's interesting to know how things do. And I put this on this morning and I've driven into town because I had to go to the bank this morning. I had quite a busy day today. I had to start off by picking up some medication for one of my dogs, her regular arthritis medication. Then I had to go to the bank, and then what did I do? I came back and then I was sorting out some washing. We've got, I think, a project going on in the hallway, so I was doing some stuff for that. I've done a bit of filming, and I've got to be ready. It's almost lunchtime and I've got to be ready to go and get my grandson from school today, so I mustn't forget him. But anyway, one of the things I was going to touch on was the medical things about me that I've spoken about in recent weeks, and one of them was the diabetic drug that people are taking to lose weight. And I did a video about it, whether I should or whether I shouldn't, and I got your point. A lot of you gave me your points of view, and some of you said you do what you want to do. Some people say I wouldn't take anything like that, putting another drug in my body. So it's what you'd expect really. Everyone's got different ideas. And I wondered if anybody had thought to themselves, oh, I wonder if she ever started. Well, I suppose you could see I haven't actually started taking it. So I think my overall view of, because it was Mounjaro, and there's a couple of others, I can't even think what they're called now. But Mounjaro seems to be the one that lots of YouTubers are taking. I've got no problem with taking it. I don't have a problem with, taking the drug, because I figure that it's a diabetic drug, so millions of people put this stuff into their body every day. I take the point of side effects. Of course, everybody has different side effects. Some people get none, some people get several and have to stop. So I get all that, but that's the same with anything you take. Even if you buy a simple packet of paracetamol or aspirin or something, there's warnings on it, aren't there? But I thought the overriding thing for me was the cost, and as you know, if you are a regular, I've been doing quite a lot of work with current husband on the garden and whatever lately. So most of our money has gone on doing stuff in the house. So I don't feel like I've got the spare cash at the moment to pay for these things. And of course, the price increases, doesn't it? Because you start off at a particular dose and then the dose is increased and then you pay more. Now, I've seen people, a couple of ladies that I watch on YouTube, and they've lost lots of weight and they feel much better in many ways. A couple of people have been negative about it. They've had negative results. And as I say, that's the same with anything you take. Some it's good for some and not for others. I also think it's just like anything else you do, isn't it? Once you stop taking it, you still got to be, you don't want to take it for forever. And of course you're not given it forever. It's only over a limited time, isn't it? So you're still going to have the problem of keeping the weight off, which is just down to you really, isn't it? I mean, the only way I think you can have something done medically and not put weight on it's unlikely you will, is if you have like your stomach stapled or gastric band or whatever it is they do now. Although I know someone that's had that and they put weight on because of the drinks they drink. They drink a lot of pop and things which contains a lot of sugar, so they've managed to get not where they were, but gained weight. So my thing with that is it's still in my mind, and every time I see anything about it I do pay attention, and maybe it's something I might do at some point. I could certainly do with losing some weight, because also the other thing that's rearing its head now is my other hip. I had a hip replaced in 2020 just before the pandemic hit. And I was very lucky to get it done so quickly. From consultation to operation was 2 months, October to January. Had it done in January, so not even 3 months, because I managed to get a cancellation, and I've had, it was absolutely fantastic. That looked after very well, just done on the NHS in the UK. And good results, but I was told at the time the other hip had the same problem and I would need that done at some point, and I think that time is getting ever closer, because I'm finding my other hip is getting to be quite painful, and I can put up with it for a while longer, because I know the waiting lists are a mile long, 10 miles long, 100 miles long. But the time is coming. So and although I was never told to lose weight by anybody for the first operation, which amazed me, I don't think I was that much different to how I am now. I don't think so. I mean, maybe, but not like I lost 2 or 3 stone or anything. But I think that might be an issue now. I don't know, but anyway, so it's bothering me, and I think, oh well, I might have to lose weight anyway. But so that's where I am on that. I'm still there, but I haven't done anything about it, basically because of the cost. And as I say, we've been spending quite a lot of money, certainly on our garden. You go to the garden centre and you're spending 150 quid every time, aren't you? It's just ridiculous, really. But it keeps me happy. And then I was watching, I'll tell you that in a minute, but the other thing, what was the other medical thing? Oh, the heart business. I've got, again, my regulars will know that I've had an ectopic heartbeat for many years and been taking beta blockers, and they've been all right. They've done, they've made a difference, I think. But my heart was getting more bumpy, as I put it, more palpitations. So they have the doctor referred me, and also did a couple of ECGs just to check, because I didn't know whether I needed something done or whether it was just a question of taking a higher dose of beta blocker. So I've been, for the last couple of months at least, I've had, I think two or three ECGs, and anyway, the latest one they gave, and they've not found anything. The first one they said there was nothing wrong, and then they called me back and said that I'm not even sure how all this was connected, but I ended up going on statins. I did have slightly raised cholesterol, but I was told to manage that with diet, and then of course I was told by somebody else, because you always get told something different by everyone you see, that I needed to take statins for a limited time and then have a blood test and see if the statins were either doing any good or doing me any harm. I'm not sure which it was now, because I did detail the consultation I had with the GP on that day, and it was very it made me quite anxious because I didn't really know what she was saying, and it was just all a bit unpleasant really. Perfectly nice woman, but it just didn't, the consultation was, I found very confusing. But anyway, and the last ECG I checked on my NHS app, and it's written on there that I've had a consultation, but there's no comments from anyone, so I'm really unsure what's happening with that. I'll tell you what, the nuisance thing with, another nuisance thing about not really coming to any conclusion. Oh, by the way, I was referred to have a heart monitor fixed, a 24-hour heart monitor, which is fine. I've had this done before, but I've not heard anything about that, and I thought I would have had a letter or something by now, but I don't know whether to go back to the doctor or whatever. So anyway, what I've decided to do is I've booked a blood test for, I think it's tomorrow, regarding these statins, and I'll give that a few days, because that usually goes onto your app. You can see what the results are, and hopefully that will make somebody contact me for some reason, if only to say that it's okay. I don't know, but if not, I'll just have to ring the surgery or go in there or something and ask them, because it's just it's just a nuisance. Because things like, if you want to go on holiday, I mean, I'm not planning that at the moment. I'm certainly not planning on going abroad at the moment, because I don't really want to leave my elderly dogs. There's no one really to look after them, but you have to declare everything that's wrong with you, and if things aren't resolved, it just is a nightmare. So for holiday insurance, sorry, I didn't say that, did I? For holiday insurance, so I do, and I've got to renew my passport next year, and if they're going to tell me I'm going to pop the clogs, I won't bother renewing it. But yeah, so that's still hanging over me, so that's not really been resolved, and so I've got about another week of these statins, so hopefully I'll know whether I need to have them ongoing, or whether I don't need to take them anymore. I don't know if that's the sort of medication it is, because nobody really tells me anything. So yeah, those are a few things that I thought I'd just mention again to you, in case you wondered where. I know subjects change all the time, don't they? And I doubt whether you've all been thinking, oh my God, did she go on Mount Jara? But as I say, you would have noticed, I'm sure, by now. So the project we're doing now, we've finished the garden, as if we don't have enough to do, and me with me old achy hips not really helping things at the moment, is we are redoing our hall, stairs and landing. I haven't, honestly, when you notice that something in your house isn't right, the more you notice it. You come in blindly. I mean, I don't really look at the hall when I come in, because it's just the hall. But now I'm actually looking at it and I'm thinking, my God. I was watching Homes Under the Hammer recently. If you don't live in the UK, or not aware of this programme, I don't know if it's an international success, or anything. But this is a programme we have on the BBC, and it is basically properties that go to auction because they're dilapidated, or very often there's something wrong with them, or who knows, and they get bought by people who then redo them up. I'm not thinking, what's the word? I can't think of words I'm terrible, aren't I? Um, and then they sell them or live in them or whatever, and the cameras go back. So the cameras are there when the person that's purchased the property goes to have a look and tells you what their plans are, and then they go back after the however many weeks or months it might be, and they look at the property when it's finished to see the difference. So I will think of this word. I was watching an episode of that recently, and there was a house on it which is just like our house, just an estate, small terraced house this guy had bought. And when you went in the front door, his hallway and his kitchen and his stairs up to the landing were exactly as ours looks. But what he'd done was he had bought the flooring from the kitchen through to the hallway, so it looked like more of a one area, more of a like one room, if you like. And he didn't have a door on his kitchen, which I don't either. So, and I thought, I quite like the look of that. And I tried to find because I watched it on catch up, and I tried to find the episode for days afterwards. I knew where the house was that he'd bought, which area of the UK, so I put that in the search engine, but there's obviously been other episodes that have had properties in that area, so I couldn't find it. I wanted to show current husband because I thought this could be quite a nice idea, because our hall is the dingiest place. And it's dingy because I painted it a dingy colour. I'd say this a lot. I don't know what I was thinking when I did this, but I had some leftover paint, and I quite fancied at the time a dark hallway that looked a bit sort of cosy. And it's not. It's just horrible. And it faces north, so it's dark anyway. Darker at the front than it is at the back. So we spent the weekend going around tile shops and flooring shops, because I described to current husband what it was like, and I thought he'd say, but he didn't, bless him. And we've ended up choosing some tiles that are coming tomorrow, I think. I was going to try and get the hall, stairs and landing painted, because I tend to do a lot of the painting before we got the floor laid. But he's ordered them to come tomorrow, and he's booked a bloke to come and do the tiling for us that he knows, who's going on holiday at the weekend. So we're kind of against the clock here. But I've already filmed just a little. I've probably gone on a bit about it really, but I've shown you the hallway and how miserable it is. Last night we spent yesterday evening, once current husband came home from work, we pulled up the floorboard things. I can't think what that's called either. Just not. I want to say vinyl. We had vinyl flooring in the kitchen, so that nearly all of that's gone now. There's just a bit left where my washing machine is, because I needed to use my washing machine today, and I won't be able to use it for the next few days because he's going to have to pull the washing machine out of the kitchen for the tiler. And it's laminate, that's the word, laminate flooring, like floorboardy looking things in the hall, which went through to the living room. So he's taken well, we both did it, actually it was quite easy to pull it out. Pulled all that out last night, so we're basically down to a screed floor, and the other bit's just concrete. And I would show you the tiles if I had them, but I don't, and I think it'll be done by the time you see me next. So yeah, so I'm very much looking forward to that. The colour that I have on the walls in the kitchen, again, if you've watched me for a while, you might remember, because I did show you, basically everything I've done for the last 18 months I've shown you, is a sage green. So I like that colour. It's a nice, and I've got it in here actually on the walls. Oh, I can't. These walls. I know you probably can't see very well, but I liked it so much. I did some of the walls in here, and I'm good. So that's going to carry through to the landing and down the stairs. and I'm going to do all the gloss work and everything. So yeah, I'm really quite excited about that. So, and the other thing I've done today, oh by the way, talking about washing, which I wasn't really, I said to current husband, give me all your washing for today, and because if the machine's coming out and I can't do it, you know, just make sure I'm up to date with it, because we don't like to let these men down, do we, with the washing? That is a joke. And it was cluttering about, and honestly this man drives me mad. I say empty your pockets, mate, because you know what blokes are like, they've always got stuff in their pockets, and he does plumbing and heating, so I can't tell you how many radiator keys that I've washed over the years. And today it was clattering about, and I thought perhaps it was a belt or something, so I've ended up, this was in my washing machine. Oh, I hope we're not going to squeak. There we go. All this money, so I've got £1, £2, £3, 20, 40, 60, 70, 77, £3.77 that I've just laundered. I mean, it can't do my washing machine much good, can it? But this happens all the time, it drives me mad. Still, it does let me have tiles in my hallway. We did actually compare vinyl flooring. But you know what? I wanted tiles with sage green in, which is this wall colour. And I tell you what, it was like I was asking for gold-plated tiles. Mind you, you probably could get those a lot easier. I don't know what it is, but there doesn't seem to be very much around with sage green in the pattern. And also, we like different things. So, and I mean, sometimes he says to me, you choose, but I don't really want to choose everything because, you know, he does live here as well. And although I don't expect him to choose curtains and stuff, things like floor tiles, they're kind of a big investment, aren't they? And in fact, actually the fitter is costing more than the tiles do. So, but it's, you know, you've got to have it done properly, haven't you? So yeah, so getting a tile that had the right colours in it was a bit of a nightmare. But you know, we like this one, although I've got no recollection of seeing it in the shop. We went round and we took photos of so many tiles at the weekend with their descriptions and trying to remember which flipping tile shop they were in. But yeah, so anyway, we've chosen this particular one, the one that I don't remember actually seeing in the shop, but we both like it, so I'm happy with that. So I'm quite looking forward to showing you that. And I've looked at lots of videos on how to decorate your hallway, or as people in the US call it, your entryway. And they're no help to me at all, really. But yeah, I just want to kind of cheer it up and just make it look a bit nicer and just make that area just kind of gel a bit better, I think. Oh, and the other thing this week is I'm having my hair cut on Thursday, I think. And my dog's finally got her dental appointment. That's come round again. If you remember, my dog's having some teeth removed because she's very, very old. And we got to the appointment last time. We had one appointment at the end of April, and they rang me while I was just parking my car at the vet's and said, "Oh, the vet's off sick today. We can't treat her." So anyway, there was a bit of a story around that, but I made an appointment for this week. This was the first appointment she could get, so I'm a little bit worried. I don't really like taking her to the vet, and when you know they're going to be poking her about. I mean, she's nearly 13, and you just see their little face, don't you? Oh, and I will stop talking in a minute. That was something else I didn't do. I'm so shocking at videos, I know. I mean, just even remembering to take them. I think I've told you, sorry, this is a bit more doggy talk, but one of my daughters has got a new puppy. Well, puppies are new, aren't they, by definition? I don't know why I said that. She's got a puppy, and he's a cockapoo, and we're trying to, I mean, he's come from a litter of puppies, so he's had little playmates, and he's come to, like most dogs, I suppose, if they're your first dog, they come and live in a house with humans, and they've still got doggy behaviours, haven't they? Not human ones. So we've been trying to integrate my two dogs with the puppy, so that he kind of, because older dogs teach young dogs what to do, don't they? It's a bit of a thing. When we had our first dog, the one that's having her teeth out, she was 2, and we got the next dog, so we've got 2 schnauzers, miniature schnauzers, and actually she was very easy to do, toileting and everything. She seemed to copy the Bo, the older one, so Tilly copied Bo, and sort of the older dog seems to put the young one in their place, don't they? And I think I'm right in saying all this. I mean, I know that happened with our dog, and so we thought also the puppy's called Arlo, and he's got sort of red gingery hair, and he's ever so curly. He's very sweet, and so they've met a few times, and we had a barbecue last week, or week before last, I can't remember, a couple of weekends ago, I think, and he kept following Tilly, who is 11, kept following Tilly around all over the place, and basically he was getting on her wick. So she was doing this, she was growling at him, but he was he seemed to think this was fun and a game, and he kept doing that sort of crouching and barking, or more yapping really, puppies, isn't it? And jumping about and running round. And it was, I mean, if the older people, I always say that my 2 dogs are like Hinge and Bracket. If any of you that are my age out there remember Hinge and Bracket on the TV years and years ago, basically these were 2 men that dressed up as old ladies, which is a whole different subject now, isn't it? But it was a comedy thing. So my girls are a bit like that. They just can't be bothered with it. They've got their little routine and their lifestyle, and they're quite happy with that. And so this happened at the barbecue. I mean, Bo just growled at her and barked at her, and sorry, I keep saying her. It's a boy, this puppy, and he kind of got the message, but he just somehow seems to be fascinated with Tilly, the younger one, and she's not, she's still an old lady for a dog. And they came round yesterday, because there are going to be days, I'm sure, that I'm going to have to help with looking after this puppy with my 2 dogs. So they've got to make, we've got to be friends here. And the same sort of thing happened again, poor old Tilly, and Tilly's sitting there showing her, she's not got many teeth, but showing her teeth at him. But he thinks it's great fun. Anyway, so I think they'll just have to, over seeing them sort of what am I trying to say here? Putting them together over the next few weeks, they'll probably just get more tolerable of each other. They'll tolerate each other better. And as the day went on yesterday, if Arlo lay on his little mat thing and went to sleep, everything was fine, all was good, all was calm. But then when he'd start moving around and decided it was time to play with them, that they just got cross with him again. So, but I'm sure it'll work out fine. I'm not really too worried about it. It's not like he's being hurt by them. They're just telling him, honestly, can you just clear off? We don't want to know. Yeah, and anyway, I meant to take a video yesterday, and I said to my daughter, because we took them out for a walk together, which went quite well, and I said, I need to take a video later and put it up, because I know some of you are interested in puppies and things, and of course I completely forgot, didn't I? But I will do it. I will do it next time I see him, which I'm sure will be quite soon. Right. I don't think there's anything else to tell you. I'm going to show you a little update on the garden. I haven't done anything else to it, and it's a bit of a mess because everything's just a mess downstairs because of clearing stuff for this hallway thing. Yeah, so Yeah, I'm just showing you how some of the plantings moved on, because it's probably been about a month or 5 weeks or something since I planted a lot of it. Now, not in any way, shape or form a gardener. I don't know anything very much about plants. I know some bits about some plants. A friend of mine's a gardener, so I do ask her, but it's all very much stick it in the ground, keep your fingers crossed, and if it doesn't take, it doesn't take. I mean, I did replant my little salix tree, and that seemed to be doing quite well where I planted it, and it's got some buds and some growth on it, but I looked at it yesterday and I don't think it's very happy, so that might be a bit of a but most other stuff seems to be doing. I mean, I don't know if everyone else is the same out there, you gardeners. I've got 2 bleeding heart plants. There's a fancy name for them, a Latin name for them, I don't know what it is. And I've had them in my garden for years, and they are massive this time. They've never been this big. I've had to keep breaking the bits off them off to let bits of them off so that the other plants can get some light around them. But they've done amazingly well, and most things seem to be doing quite well. My rambling roses seem to be growing a bit. I've just taken a film. I haven't done a voice, so speaking over it, and there was lots of noise going on in the background, so I'm sorry if you can, it's a bit distracting, but I can't help where I live, really, can I? So yeah, so I've done a bit of a video, a bit of a film of the garden. If you're interested, you might not be, and a little film of what the hall's like. So yeah, so you can see the before and after. I think, although it's probably going to take me a while to finish the hall because I've got a few ideas. I want to change the lighting, and I don't know, try and make it as kind of bright as possible, with perhaps some more mirrors or different mirrors. I don't really know what I want to do. I'm just looking at lots of videos and Googling lots of stuff just to get some ideas. So anyway, I won't talk for too much longer. I'm sorry if I've gone on a bit. So that was just a little bit of an update. I did intend to start this video for my new subscribers, just saying a bit about what I do in my videos. I've kind of missed the boat a bit, I think. But basically, if you're still watching, I do lifestyle and shopping. I do stuff in the house. My channel's called Linda T at Home because most of my time is, I'm retired. Most of my time is spent in and around the house, or things to do with the house. So a certain amount of decorating, moving stuff around, some buying. If I buy anything, I show you. I sometimes do clothing hauls. In fact, I think probably my next video is going to be, if my delivery turns up tomorrow as it's supposed to, I will show you what I've got, because I've done an order from Roman. So we'll see what's in that, if it's here in time. Yeah, I just do a bit of all sorts of things. I like to keep my channel varied, talk about all different things, different subjects. Some of the subjects are more popular than others, but I don't just do beauty or just do fashion. Although I always say there are other ladies out there that do those things, that are more interested in that than me, and do it better. So I do it if there's some things I need at the moment. So if I need stuff, I'm not one of these people that just buys loads of stuff and then sends it all, just does a haul and sends it all back, and I can't possibly keep it all because I don't need to use it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will be back with you again on Friday. Yeah, so today's Tuesday, so I'm going to upload this video for later after I've done the school duties and whatever. And I'll be back with you on Friday for something else, hopefully my Roman haul, but if not, we'll have to improvise. And might be able to show you my hallway, mightn't I? So you take good care. Really nice to have you along today, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye for now.